Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Morgan with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses grow. And today I'm super excited to give you an introduction to the wonderful world of marketing. So what is marketing? Let's talk about the marketing mix first. Before we get into more marketing specifics, like types of marketing, let's check in with the basics. If you're like me, you probably thought that marketing is just the advertising part. The copywriting, the graphics, the campaigns, the sales. You probably have a vision of Don Draper pitching an idea to a room full of suits sitting around a table. And honestly, the Kodak carousel pitch lives in my mind rent-free, but let's get back on topic. The advertising part is one of the last pieces of the puzzle in actuality. Let's look at the foundation of marketing a physical product, which uses the 4 Ps. The first P stands for product. You probably started thinking about your product before you filled out forms to make your business official. Your product is whatever product, item, or service you're providing. This would include any enhancements to existing products like version updates and apps or improvements to product design. Your branding also falls under this category because it includes things like packaging and labels. The second P is for place. This refers to where folks buy or interact with your product. Do you have a store? What about online channels? Do you go to trade shows? The third P is price. This is pretty simple. What is the value of your product or service? Do you have an established price point? What discounts can you give during promotion? Are your customers sensitive to price increases? The fourth P is promotion, which is what most people think of when they think of marketing. This is getting the message out to your audience. Is there seasonality to your business? When is the best time to promote? What do your competitors do? Those were the 4 Ps of traditional marketing. In 2017, Dave Chaffee added 3 more Ps to address the increasing prevalence of service and experience-based marketing. Let's look at those now. The 5th P refers to people. Your initial thought may be that this refers to who you'll be targeting, but your target audience is for later. This foundational principle actually applies to folks in the business. This is anyone who interacts with your customers in any way. This includes your company culture, which you can weave into every facet of your marketing efforts. The 6th P is process. This is how your product, service, or experience is delivered to your customer, and it's a really important piece of the puzzle. This includes response times to comments, emails, and calls, and how your team handles any customer conflicts, complaints, or issues. The 7th P is physical evidence. This refers to the sensorial experience of your audience when they interact with your brand or product. It includes packaging, your physical space, of course, and in-store displays, but it also includes smells associated with your brand. Do you remember walking past an Abercrombie & Fitch on a Friday night with your friends? I can smell it right now, and I bet you can too. And it also includes things like user stories and recommendations from others. Good or bad, your physical evidence affects your customer's opinion of the product, service, or experience, and can either encourage or prevent a repeat purchase. The marketing mix is the bedrock foundation of all marketing efforts, whether you're conscious of it or not, and each should be considered as you create your marketing strategy. Now you may be thinking, why are you teaching me these 7 Ps, Morgan? They don't really feel very relevant to my marketing. And I'm so glad that you asked. I wanted to cover the 7 Ps first because these all work together to decide whether your promotion phase will be successful or not. I found that many small businesses focus a ton of attention on what's not working in the promotion phase, that they forget that there are 6 other categories that could be holding them back. That's why this foundational piece is so important. Sometimes you'll have to look candidly at your product or offer or price and say, this needs to be improved so that my ads can perform better. Okay, now that you understand the foundation of marketing, let's talk about marketing strategies. First, let's talk about developing a marketing strategy. You need a good strategy to be able to figure out your messaging, choose where you'll promote your products, services, or experience, and identify the right audience for you. When developing your strategy, you'll ask yourself a few questions. Number 1, who is your target market? Number 2, what do you want that audience to do? Number 3, how will you get them to take that action? Now you may be thinking, I don't have a target audience. So let's talk about researching your target audience. If you've been in business for a while, you probably have a good idea of who buys from you either online or in store. Maybe you don't though, and you've just gotten lucky so far, or you know that you're close to the right audience, but you can't quite nail it. Or maybe you're a new business and you really have no idea where to start. Let's get into how to research your target market. The first thing you'll do is create a buyer persona. It's okay and perfectly normal if your buyer persona changes over time or isn't quite right to start off with. The goal here isn't to create the perfect buyer persona first go, but just to help you get started in identifying your target market. You'll answer these basic questions. Who are they? Or who do you think they are? What are they in need of? Or what do you think they need? Where do they hang out in person and online? When do they need to make this decision by? Are they planning for a specific event? Why are they looking for your product, service, or experience? Don't stop at just those questions though, because that's not enough information to go on. These customer personas are going to be used to help you target your promotions to the right people and craft a marketing mix that's perfect for them. So you'll also want to include answers to each of these bullets as well. Gender identity. What is their gender identity? Personality. What are they like? What are they into? Family life. What is their relationship status? Are they parents? Job title. What is their job title? Next, answer job function. What is their role? And who do they work for? Location. Where do they live? Where do they hang out online? Income. How much money do they make? Needs. What are their specific needs? Address their pain points. What frustrates them? What will lead them to your product? And importantly, challenges. What could be some reasons that they won't buy from you? In what ways might they be hesitant to make this purchase? Some of this may not feel applicable to you. You might be thinking, I have a candle store, why do I care about their job title? But creating a whole person to market to instead of a nameless mass of people will help you find your target market much more quickly and easily. You're better able to get your messaging figured out this way as well, and you'll be able to know where they hang out online. Let's look at how to do a SWOT analysis next. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's a self-evaluation tool for your business that will help you identify any weaknesses in your product or service, but it will also help you identify the areas where your business stands out from others. It's helpful to use a SWOT analysis along with a customer persona to figure out what your customer needs and how your business can or can't help with that need. Sometimes a SWOT analysis reveals a huge gap in your product, and that's a good thing. Use it to improve your offering because this will improve your campaign effectiveness. Here's a quick walkthrough of how to do a SWOT analysis. Grab a piece of paper or open a new document on your computer and make a 2x2 grid like this. From top to bottom, left to right, label each box in this order: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. In the strengths section, you'll write out anything that your company does well. Maybe your customer service is 5-star every time. Maybe you're the only business that uses a certain material or distributor. Include in this list all of the resources that you have as well. This could be access to those tools and materials, or access to people, or it could be anything else that's an asset to your company. In the weaknesses section, you'll write out anything that your company needs to improve upon. Maybe you have trouble keeping the warehouse fully staffed, so you're always backed up on orders, or you had a shipment delay due to COVID and you didn't handle the customer response very well. Be honest with yourself here. Include areas where you may be lacking in resources. In the opportunities section, you'll jot down possible positive changes or market or tech trends or developments that you can take advantage of. Do you sell craft supplies for an obscure craft that's gaining popularity? List out how you can use current trends for the benefit of your business. This also applies to any other opportunities like buying new buildings or acquiring new businesses. In the threats section, you'll put down anything that could result in negative changes or problems that may arise. This can be anything from supply chain issues to lockdown restrictions if you're a physical store, or a shortage in workers. I like to spend a couple of days revisiting each SWOT analysis that I complete, and I typically brainstorm with others so that I can get fresh perspectives and hear experiences and feedback that I may not have heard before. If you have questions about your SWOT analysis or you want to see a more in-depth video on it, let me know in the comments. Okay, let's look at promotion or different marketing types. Before we get into that, a quick note on traditional marketing versus digital marketing. When you think of traditional marketing, you're probably thinking television commercials and on-air product placements, magazine ads, billboards, and mailers. When digital marketing started, it was a separate thing entirely. You had your traditional marketing and your digital marketing in a lot of companies, and they had different goals and different strategies, different audiences, everything. But that was then. Now it's 2021, and there's no distinction for most millennials and younger between traditional and digital marketing. We've spent most of our lives online. Our digital worlds are our traditional worlds. Digital marketing is the new traditional marketing, especially for small businesses. It's much less expensive for you to reach your audience online than it is to send out mailers or buy that billboard in town. In fact, here's a fun story for you. When LYFE Marketing was a new business over a decade ago, they wanted to get the word out in Atlanta and find clients that we could help. So what did we do? We bought a billboard next to a freeway that millions of people drive every day. And our phone was ringing off the hook. It was wild. LYFE was shooing people away. There were mobs of interest in small businesses. It was basically Beatles mania all over again. Not really. LYFE went to all the expense and hassle to put up a great billboard, and guess what? No one called us. Not one person, not one person. But once we nailed our ads on Google and social media, things changed and the business started to grow. I share that story to illustrate a couple of points. The first is sometimes your marketing strategy doesn't work, and that's okay. You reevaluate, you readjust, and you do it again until something does work. And the second point is that traditional marketing is dead. Within the promotion side of marketing, there are a ton of fun ways to get the word out, so let's talk about promotion. One is content marketing. So what is content marketing? It's marketing to your audience using content. Typically, this is a much softer sell. You're giving free content in the form of advice or tutorials, resources and tools, entertainment, connection. Through that, you establish your expertise and become a trusted resource. When your audience wants to buy or do what you do or are selling, they'll think of you first. The majority of today's marketing, at least online, is content marketing. So this is actually a really big umbrella category. More important question is, does content marketing work for small businesses? Yes. Content marketing costs 62% less than outbound marketing, and it generates more than 3 times as many leads. It takes some time and effort, of course, but it's especially great if you don't have a huge budget. And when you do have money to spend promoting, you get more bang for your buck. If you want me to go into content marketing in more detail, let me know in the comments. Here's how I like to teach my clients to maximize the content that they produce. I have them start by writing a long blog post, article, essay, or a video script. 10 pages plus is preferred here. Focus on the quality of the content and the accuracy of your statements. Then take each section of that long article and pull out 5 or 6 quotes, stats, lists, or anything else interesting or helpful to your audience. Use those things to create the following content: infographics, carousels, short form videos for TikTok or Reels or Stories. You can either talk directly to the camera or do a combo of text and stock footage with music and a voiceover. Create long form videos for YouTube and other networks. Create ebooks, checklists, or tutorials that you can give out as a freebie. You've done the majority of the work when you wrote out all of your content. That seems like a ton of work, but you can outsource graphics, creation, and even video if that's not something that you have time to do by yourself. You don't have to do it all on your own. So if all you do is write that article, that's a huge chunk of the work, and you can outsource the rest. Try content marketing today. It's so easy, I'm doing it right now. Okay, the second is email marketing. So what is email marketing? It's using email to market to your audience. If you haven't started building an email list, you need to make that a top priority. Many small businesses assume that email marketing is dead because of how old email is, but it's still outpacing social media networks and is expected to continue growing and performing at this rate. So, does email marketing work for small businesses? Yes. For every dollar you spend on email, you can expect to earn 42 back. 1/3 of marketers say it's the best tool for driving a good ROI, which stands for return on investment. If you haven't started with email yet, here are some of the best email marketing platforms. But this list is in no way exhaustive, so shop around until you find something that you like. You could use MailChimp, Constant Contact, ActiveCampaign, MailerLite, or GetResponse. Again, there are so many other options. If you want me to go over email marketing in depth in its own video, let me know in the comments. The third is social media marketing. What is social media marketing? Social media marketing is, you guessed it, using social media to market your business. Does it work for small businesses? Yes. Are you seeing a theme here? Social media is a great place to really focus on building those relationships with your customers. You'll be sharing valuable content, hey content marketing, and interacting with users as they engage. Your audience is on social media already, and your potential reach is billions of people. On social, you have organic and paid options. So if you don't have money, you can still make it work. However, a small business advertising budget of even just $500 a month can really do wonders for your business on social. When you're marketing on social media, don't get lost in the fun stuff. You still want to focus on getting people to take action and make purchases. So be sure to drive traffic back to your website, upload your product catalog to platforms that allow shopping in the apps, use lead generation to collect email addresses for your email marketing, and most importantly, be patient. I recommend starting on 1 or 2 platforms maximum if you're new, rather than diving into everything all at once. It will be a lot if you go into it all at once and you don't want to feel overwhelmed and then give up. If you want to hit your social strategy hard and do a bunch of different channels, but you know you don't have resources, consider hiring an agency like LYFE Marketing who can help you with social media marketing. The fourth is search engine marketing. Search engine marketing refers to any of the marketing that you do that's being found and engaged with on search engines. What search engine marketing really is, though, is ensuring that your content marketing can be found. When we talk about search engine marketing, we're referring to SEO, or search engine optimization, which is the process of adding relevant keywords to your website in order for that page to show up in search results. Just like with social, there are organic and paid options. We refer to the paid options as PPC or pay per click. So, does search engine marketing work for small businesses? I'll let you answer this one. Say it with me. Yes. I'm sure you know where to do search engine marketing, Google. But did you know that Pinterest is also a search engine? It's true. Pinterest is a visual search engine and is a powerful marketing tool for your business. So I recommend joining both platforms. We have a few videos to help you with your search engine marketing. Subscribe to our channel and check out our SEO tips and tricks playlist. The fifth is influencer marketing. So influencer marketing relies on the recommendations of celebrities, experts, or folks with a dedicated following to promote your products. Does influencer marketing work for small businesses? The answer again is yes, but with a small caveat. Influencer marketing can be ridiculously expensive, especially if you want a celebrity or an influencer with tens of millions of followers. And even then, I've seen influencer campaigns go bad quickly. But 89% of marketers say they get the same or better return using influencer marketing as with their other marketing types. What you want to focus on is micro-influencers. These are people who have between 1,000 to 1 million dedicated followers. Typically, these influencers are much more affordable, and they have a more engaged audience, returning better results for you. You can find reputable influencer marketing platforms that will match you up to the right influencers and facilitate your relationship with them. If you want me to do a video on influencer marketing specifically for small businesses, let me know in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope this video helped you understand the fundamentals of marketing a little bit better and give you some ideas for your own small business. Do you have any questions or wish I'd covered something? Let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to help. If you're just getting started, it can be overwhelming. Whenever you're feeling frustrated, take a step back and look at how far you've come. Your goal is not perfection, it's progress. You'll learn more as you go, and your marketing efforts will get better over time. Keep trying, keep learning, and stick with us here on the LYFE Marketing channel so that we can help you along the way. I'll see you in an upcoming video. Happy marketing!